notice where you have certain thoughts and certain beliefs that are not true, but they are attached and associated with your creative expression, your passion, your creative out. There are a billion reasons why better is just a word, a battle of semantics. You know what I'm saying? Like, what really is better? What are you talking about when you say? One way that you can expedite this process, especially because we are heading into a full moon. Sex magic actually popped out. So masturbation, although it might not be a path that is well paved, you can be the path paver. What is up, legends? I hope that everybody is having a wonderful, fabulous, fantabulous day. Happy Thursday, aka Jupiter Day, aka whatever that is you're watching this, because these videos are timeless. Happy that day to you. I hope that everybody had a wonderful, magnificent day. I hope that your day was very peaceful. I wanted to come to you guys today to do a quick oracle and tarot reading just about the current energy. I know over the past week, well, first of all, happy autumn equinox. Today is the fall equinox. So that energy has definitely been shifting through us for the past week, and I think it will continue for the remainder of the week, and then probably a little bit going into next week as well, because we know usually when we have big transits like this, it has at least 1 week, 1 week's worth of impact on our energy, and the energy of the people and the things that are going on around us. So one thing that I've noticed is that a lot of us are very tired. We've been just tired, like just drained and just tired. So I wanted to come to you guys today and just do a little reading to help us push through this energy of being tired as the seasons are changing. Our immune systems are getting prepared to keep us safe, right? For some reason I just heard like it's time for us to start getting active again to help our bodies generate the heat that might be or that is missing in some of our atmospheres and some of our environments. If you live in a place where it starts to really get cold, the temperatures are dropping, it might be very beneficial for you to start moving your body more at this time. Also, moving your body in itself helps the lymphatic system, which is just drainage of toxins and like mucus and sweat, stuff like that. It helps your body to just, yes, absolutely, thank you, clear out and release everything, everything that needs to go. Basically, I was gonna say everything that is toxic, but really everything that just needs to go. Okay, so idea of very small small slight pre-pull before I came on to talk to you guys, just to see what the message would be about. And the first card that popped out, well, these two popped out together. So we have the unicorn, which is all about expressing our creativity. It says indulge your creativity, imaginative, and magical side through some form of artistic expression, right? So that could be dance, it could be singing, it could be writing, it could be doing something that you love. Some people love to design, so some type of design, whether that is something that you do with your hands like pottery, or even like interior design for houses, or it can be like a graphic design, something that you do online. Whatever type of creative artistic method or vessel that you use to express yourself, spirit is saying this is definitely the time to tap into that. Because when we start feeling tired and drained, usually it's because there's not enough things going on that we like to do, or things that are like replenishing our energy. Usually when we are doing things that we like to do, the energy is being replenished just by the hormones that our body is creating off the fact that we're doing so many things that we like. Your energy is going to be higher when your hormones are balanced with the dopamine and serotonin. You're going to be less likely to go after things that give that puts you in a state of escapism, whether you know you are, whether it's in an abusive manner or not. So for example, like alcohol and weed, for some of us vapes, tobacco, things like that. These are things that we can easily grab to kind of distract us from what's going on. When you are actively working in your purpose, or just working from your heart, there is less likely for you to want to escape using um, things that are going to give you some type of synthetic high or some type of like synthetic way of escaping your reality. Instead, you'll use your creative methods to escape your reality. You'll just go into your art, right? Okay. Spirit really wants to talk about making sure that you are following your heart. And Spirit also wants you to know that although it might not be a path that is well paved, you can be the path paver. So we have the four of coins here, which lets me know four of coins in between the two of hearts reverse. And then we have the five and the six of hearts reverse. And the four of pentacles came right after the two of hearts, which is letting me know that we feel a sense of stability within our passions, but when it comes to as far as like being a hobby, but we don't necessarily see that as a stream of income. Therefore it can cause some conflict within ourselves because we want to be doing things that feel beneficial to us, right? um Speaking of that, here is the Queen of Pentacles. Let's get a little bit more information from our shadow. Let's talk to the shadow again today to see what can we do to expedite the process of into wow, this is interesting, guys. This is getting interesting. It's getting juicy already. We're gonna turn our passions into a stream of income. First and foremost, Spirit is saying notice where lies and deceit popped out. Okay, so Spirit is saying notice where you have certain thoughts and certain beliefs that are not true, um, but they are attached and associated with your creative expression, your passion, your creative outlet. So for example, if you work with your hands and you make jewelry, right? You might be thinking in your head like, okay, I love this, I love doing this, but there are people better than me. That is one, it's a lie, because who says that they're better than you? They're probably doing things in a different way. There are a billion reasons why better is just a word, a battle of semantics. You know what I'm saying? Like, what really is better? What are you talking about when you say better? Are you saying they're producing more? Do you think the quality is better? Whatever you are thinking, that if it can be debated, or if it's like, if you can rebuttal, if you can give a good rebuttal as to why that can be considered an untruth, is considered a lie and is considered deceit of the mind, at least in this context here today for what we're talking about. So we want to expel things that deceive us, those thoughts, those illusions that deceive us, making us think that what we are doing is not profitable, or is not worth people's time, energy, and money at the end of the day. One way that you can, okay, period. One way that you can expedite this process, especially because we are heading into a full moon, sex magic actually popped out. So masturbation, okay? I'm not talking about doing it with your partner and potentially getting people mixed up in something that you want for yourself. This is something that you want to be solo. Let me be clear, I am not advising sex magic with your partner for this specific thing right now. The sex magic that is being advised for this particular group right now is through masturbation, which usually is via visualization, right? So you are visualizing what you want. You're visualizing yourself in your craft, doing your passion, just really feeling amazing. What are you going to create? What is it going to look like? What do you need? What are the tools that you need for this thing to be built? How are you going to do it differently from the last time you did it? If you never got a chance to do it before, what would it look like when you get a chance to do it for the first time ever? These are all things that you can think about while you are doing your visualizations at the same time as your masturbation, because we all know that sex energy is like one of the most potent forms of energy and bringing things into light. That's why I don't want to get into it. That's why when we are with our partners, or when we are with a partner, it's important to pay attention to what is being said, right? Because as this energy is being exchanged in this really, really like potent potent way, or like through a potent vessel, right? We want to make sure that everything that is happening, everything that is said is aligned with our highest good. Okay, so I'm not gonna get too much into that. And then last but not least, your spirit, your shadow is saying, okay, your inner child wants you to make sure that you are giving grace to yourself and being grateful for the small things. When you were a child, a lot of times you didn't have a sense of knowing when you were without um, too many things, unless it was just like super super obvious and you could read the room and all the adults around you were stressed out. For the most part, being a small child, these are not things that we could mentally understand. We just weren't at a level, our brains weren't developed to a level where we could understand that. So even if we were going through difficult situations with our families, that wouldn't be something that's on the forefront of our mind, because we just didn't have the developmental capacity to even understand that. And spirit, it wants to bring you back to the days where that wasn't, like, where it wasn't, where the small things that can get you upset today, spirit wants you to bring yourself back to a point in your life, in your childhood, where those things you wouldn't have even, it wouldn't have been a thing at all, because it just wasn't a concern, it wasn't a worry, you just knew that you were taken care of. And just the same way that you were knowing, expecting, and believing that your parents were taking care of you, is the same way that spirit is offering to take care of you at this moment in time, while you are actively working to fulfill your heart's desires. I love this, guys. This is beautiful. All right, spirit, can we get a little bit more advice on following our heart's desires in order to make it profitable? This is really influential, to be honest. I love this energy. Can we get a little bit more advice on how to actively pursue our passions and make it profitable? I just heard acceptance. And then we have the Nine of Swords. Okay. So, yes, and then the Moon with Two of Wands immediately behind it. Some of us right now are, okay, yes. Some of us right now are, most of our time and energy goes to workspaces and workplaces that ultimately, when you really think about it, you know that they don't have your best interests at heart, and they could really give two shits about your artistic expression and your outlet and your passions and your businesses. If you have businesses, they could really, they don't, it's not a thing, because it's not a part of their mission, their goal, their vision. Spirit is saying it is okay to be in both places at once right now. It is okay to be working for somebody else in order to, thank you for that confirmation. It is okay to be working for somebody else at the same time that you are working for yourself, in order to survive and in order to thrive in your life right now. But at the same time, please know that that does not mean that your business is stagnant. As long as you are actively putting in work with the things that you love, not only is it going to bring you more energy in both aspects, whether in both aspects of being at work for somebody else and within your own businesses, within your own artistic artistic lanes. Not only is it going to boost your energy, but it's also going to as help you feel more authentic. Spirit really just wants you to make sure that you are not taking on too much of the weight of the places and spaces where you feel you don't fit, or where you know you don't belong for a long period of time. So although these may be places where, yes, here's the star card, although these are places where you know you might be temporarily called to be in these spaces so that you can thrive for the moment and time being, please make sure that you are doing everything you can to put yourself first, because at the end of the day, not only is that going to help you replenish your energy time and time again, but it's going to expedite the process and the track to excel. Is going to expedite the track and the process of excelling in your personal lane. Thank you, Spirit. Here's the King of Swords as we're speaking about that. The King of Swords is, to me, he is very intellectual, or let me say they, because it can be male or female, right? It's not gender specific or sex specific. The King of Swords is very analytical, very intelligent, very wise. They are able to make quick decisions, quick, fast, and in a hurry. They're going to be fair. They're going to be just decisions. They can think and act from their heart, but at the same time, they're going to use wisdom and they're going to use their head. They're going to pursue their passions without thinking about who's saying what, because who gives a shit? I'm the King of Swords. Like, please leave me alone and get back in your lane. That's very much the energy. And Spirit is saying, here's the Ten of Swords, just in a nick of time, before you even know it, you are going to be fully immersed in your own personal lane. And it's okay to, feel like everything is not where you want it to be right now. But Spirit wants to encourage you to not stay trapped within the feelings of just being completely enmeshed in a world that you don't care about, because you can't care about it like that, because you know that they don't care about you like that. Yes, we got the Four of Pentacles again. Okay. Yes, I love this. I think that's pretty much it, because the messages are starting to repeat. Yes, and then last but not least, the Wheel of Fortune had to pop out and let you know that you have good luck. You have good luck, but you have to make sure that you stay focused. Stay focused, please. Stay focused on the positive things, the things that Spirit is leading you to at this current moment in time, and know that everything that you are being led to, everything that you are being guided to do, even if it seems like it's a lot of work, it's all going to pay off at the end. And it's all paying off now as you are working on releasing grief and releasing heartbreak and bringing in new community members, bringing in new customers, new clients, new work partners and business partners, to eliminate anything that's not clear in your life right now, especially related to your work life, like your coworkers, your career, people that are supposed to be like mentors. Spirit is really coming through and letting you know that it's judgment time. And I think a lot of times when we think about judgment, we think about like, either going to heaven or going to hell, and it can be really scary, because it's like, okay, we just automatically think about like the last days and death. Well, I grew up Christian, so that's automatically what I think about when I think about Judgment Day. But at the end of the day, Judgment Day really just means you are being put in a position to where you have to make you have to make a choice, or you have to make a series of choices based off of the things that you have experienced in your awakening, the things that you have experienced with spirit, with your spirit guides, with your ancestors, based off of the things that you have learned from other people who are walking a similar path to you, or even the people who mirrored your shadow and showed you the worst parts that you really didn't want to see. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna move different this time? That's judgment day. Judgment day is like test day. Like, we when I was growing up, we used to take the MEP test like twice a year or like 3 times. I don't know. We took it a lot. But that's like judgment day. It's like, okay, you take one in the beginning of the year to see what you did last year. Did you retain it over the summer? Okay, we gonna put you to the test. All right, now at the end of the year, almost at the end of the year, now we're gonna do an assessment. Have you made any growth? Was there any movement? Are you still stagnant? Do you know it but you stop at a certain point because you just get nervous? Like, is time a factor? Are you nervous about time? Judgment day is to assess the progress, right? And it's not even necessarily like, okay, you can do bad. I don't think that there is a such thing as doing bad at any within any judgment. Spirit doesn't even look at it like that. It's not a thing about being good or doing good or doing bad. It's never that. It's always, how far have you gotten within this lesson, and what parts do you need to recover? What needs to be recapped, and what can you move on from? In what spots are you ready for the next level, and in what spots do we need to go back and revamp, rethink, recheck, relight the candle? Like, where is that area at? So yeah, guys, I hope that this helps. This is actually very beautiful energy. I know that right now it seems a little thick. Um I know it seems a little thick, and I know it can be very draining, especially when you spend so much of your day or so many days a week doing things for other people that you would rather not be doing if you had a choice. But at the end of the day, this is going to be such a huge part of your testimony that you get to teach to the next generation, and the generation after that, and the generation after that. And if you work your magic in the right ways, your story will be told forever, like until the end of time. These are timeless testimonies that people need, especially now that we have the internet. There's really a such thing as being timeless. Things can literally live forever, and probably will on the internet, right? So I just want to encourage you guys to keep going. I am proud of you. Your spirit guides are proud of you. Your benevolent ancestors are proud of you. Olodumare is proud of you. God, source, the universe is always proud of you. And yeah, guys, just keep being legendary. Keep doing your big one. Keep standing up for yourself. Keep trusting yourself. Keep pushing at your goals, your passions, your creative outlets. Keep pushing in your businesses, and know that everything is going to work out. Everything is being taken care of, and you are front and center. You are front and center as far as being looked at, and I'm just saying, like, first in line. Like, you are first in line to the success that is on the way for you. So I love this for you guys. I hope that this helps, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful, magnificent, peaceful, abundant day. Have fun with those masturbation visualizations, because that was an interesting thing. Sex magic usually doesn't pop out like that, so I don't get to talk about it. I don't get to talk about it that often, but the fact that it popped out today is very exciting. So I might have to put that in a title, because yes ma'am, yes ma'am, yes sir, ham bam, green eggs and wham. Okay. Stay legendary, guys. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel because we drop kind of sporadically, but I'm gonna start definitely posting a lot more. If you are looking for personal readings or dream interpretations, we are open for both. So definitely hit us up. Our email is in the description below. Like this video. If you got this far and you didn't like the video, what are you doing? Please like the video and support our channel, okay? And I will see you in the next video. Peace and stay legendary.